I'd been doing it for 20 odd years. I'd won nearly everything that I wanted to win. I'd lost the motivation to do the work that was needed to keep going at top level. I was still enjoying the competition, but it was just the general work, and it was a sort of lifestyle decision at the time. And I spent, as I said, 7 years away from the sport and didn't actually miss it. And it wasn't until I got back competing again that I realised how much I still enjoyed it, and the fact that I could still be competitive in it.
Missing from the Athens Games, Todd rejoined the team for Beijing with renewed vigour.
After 2000 I had an 8-year break, or 7-year break, and I came back for the Beijing Olympics, and which was just a bit of a challenge really to see if I could still do it. And then after that I realised I was really enjoying the sport, and was very fortunate that my sponsors, New Zealand Bloodstock, said, well, if you want to keep going, we'll back you till the next Olympics, and we'll do it properly, we'll get a team of horses, and so that's what we've done. We've got together a nice team of horses that I really enjoy riding and can be competitive on. So London has always been our aim since 2008, and we've now got 6 months to go, and things are looking okay.
Todd's influence on the New Zealand team is undeniable. Longtime friend Andrew Nicholson has competed side by side with Todd for 20 years, while the head coach was once a student of Todd's.
As a young man, I came over to England to become a professional rider, and the first 2.5 years I spent with Mark Todd as a working pupil, and obviously incredibly lucky to be able to get that job. In those days, he had 2 horses, Range Rover and a Rice trailer, and lived in a very simple little house, and he didn't have a training arena. He had a little paddock he rode in, and he had 1 show jump, and he'd won the Olympic Games from there. And I was thought, this is not particularly good facilities for a champion like him, but it's just his natural skills and knowledge and horsemanship. So it was a great learning platform for me.
Also benefiting from the wealth of experience on the team are first-time Olympians Clark Johnston and Jock Paget.
It makes more difference than people think. I reckon it's to have these fellas on the team with you, and like Mark and Andrew and Caroline, Clark and I, we're very lucky to be surrounded by such legends of the sport, and they help us a lot. It's just good to watch them, to be surrounded by these guys and to be able to watch them train and compete, and then they help us. They're very, very generous with their advice as well, so we're very lucky.
Paget was just 1 year old when Todd won gold in 1984, but Todd says the young faces help him stay committed to the sport and the team.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the youth and enthusiasm, and that rubs off on me as well. And also, as I said, they're keen and they're good. And for me to stay on the top of my game, I've got to try and beat them. So it keeps me hungry and keeps me wanting to work hard to try and keep ahead of them.
For Todd, a team Olympic gold would cap off his career. But even then, the passion of a true horseman never goes away.
I was born wanting to ride, and I come from a non-horsey background, so it's a bit of a mystery really, but horses have always been my passion, and I've been extremely fortunate that I've been able to make a career out of it, and they've led me to a wonderful life, and hopefully it'll keep going for a bit longer.
Just how much longer that is anybody's guess.